We decided to go online primarily because we had this paper problem. The whole organisation was addicted to paper, and there was more paper being wasted than I've ever seen in my life. Like, we're talking piles and piles and piles of the stuff. Paper was being lost, paper was being stored. It was just got to a point where it was actually stifling the business. The business couldn't actually do anything because we had so much paper around us. And so I knew that we had to move to some sort of online system. It was just completely apparent. We did look at a couple of alternatives, one of them being Moodle. We played around with that probably for 18 months. Thought we might have had something working, and it just got all too difficult. We knew that it was just not something for us. We had a look at a few other solutions. They really didn't hit the mark. There just wasn't, there was one thing wrong with them or another thing wrong with them, or it was just too difficult for us to try and put into an RTO fashion. Cloud Assess obviously was set up for RTO, so all the mapping, all the way that you build the assessment, everything was set up specifically for RTO, so we didn't have to try and reinvent the wheel all the time. It was already invented for us. The process of putting it in place was fairly seamless because I got myself involved right from the start. I didn't just farm it out to one of our managers and say, make this thing work. I got involved right away to learn the process, learn how the whole thing worked. Once I had my head around it, the whole organisation just got in behind it, and we had it up and running within 2 weeks. Once you rid yourself of paper, you need to be able to see what's going on with your business. It's imperative you know what your trainers are doing, what your staff's doing as an administration task, what your students are doing, how many assessments they're getting through the system, all those sorts of things. With Cloud Assess, we had everything. It was all there in front of us. It was wonderful. I still lay awake at night seeing paper everywhere, and I don't have to see it anymore. I walk into our organisation and there's no paper. In fact, the photocopier, I actually had to print something out one day, and I went to the photocopier and it was about 11:30 and it hadn't even been turned on. It hadn't even been turned on. And I was punching the air.